you in the club?
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Kaylee, and today we're going to be making Princess Elsa into a peacock for Halloween. For this project, you're going to need some aqua blue pipe cleaners, some googly eyes, some clear elastic bands like these, a balloon, and some feathers in the same color as your pipe cleaners. I'm also going to be using this Play-Doh roller, some scissors, and a hot glue gun. Forgetting someone? Oh yeah, we'll need Princess Elsa too. So to get started, you just want to take your balloon, and I'm using blue to keep with the same color scheme, and you're just going to cut off the end of the balloon. And to do this, and to make sure that it's totally straight where I cut, I'm just going to fold it in half like that, and then cut. And you want to cut on the other side too. So again, I'm folding it in half and just making a tiny little cut. So now you should have something like this. It's like a tube. And then I'm going to take this balloon and slip it on Elsa, starting with her legs. And just bring it all the way up her waist. And it's basically making a tube top. So it'll go like that. And it comes up in the back too. So that's how it should look. And I'm going to put her skirt back on because this is going to serve as part of her costume. And the next thing I did was take one of my pipe cleaners and one of my feathers, and then take a tiny rubber band like this one, and you're just going to wrap the end of the feather and the pipe cleaner together. And I think I did this like 10 times or something, so it would stay really nice and tight. But the reason I'm not gluing them together is because I want the feather to be nice and kind of loose, so it still stands up. And also the glue will take all your little feathers away, so that's not what we want. We want them to stay fluffy. We want them to stay fluffy. Okay, so then it'll look like that. And here's the part where I take another feather. So I'm going to take another feather and connect that to the top. Oh no, my feather bent. So feathers do bend a lot, and that's why the pipe cleaner is so great, because you can kind of just bend the pipe cleaner to match the curve of the feather, like so. And then right where one feather stops, you just hold it with your thumb kind of, and we're going to be wrapping this pipe cleaner around the base of the next feather. Feathers are so delicate, so they're a little tricky to work with, but then you twist that around. And again, this feather is curving that way, so just take the pipe cleaner and kind of curve that one the same way. To sort of like make it like a natural looking curve, so I'm just kind of twisting it to make it kind of stay. So like this feather is like sticking way out. So just adjust your pipe cleaner. It's definitely an art, it's not a science, getting your pipe cleaners and your feathers to work with you. And you can always reshape it once it's on her costume too. Okay, so if you have a googly eye, there's a way to kind of make your feathers look a little bit more connected. And what I'm going to do is bring my feather back to the pipe cleaner where the other feather meets up and hold it there with my thumb. And then I'm going to take a googly eye, and I know this sounds really weird, but feathers on peacocks have these like yellow spots with black spots in the middle, or all different kinds of spots really, but They have these really cool looking spots on them, so I'm using googly eyes to recreate that look. And right where my feathers meet, I'm going to dab a tiny bit of hot glue right there and stick on my googly eye. So you might want a parent to help you with this part. So now I've got my little googly eye glued on there. And one thing I did with another feather was I twirled my pipe cleaner around it, and I kind of like how that one looks. So I'm going to do the same thing with this. And I did that using this little Play-Doh ruler. And just wrap it around. I think it looks like way more artistic, and it kind of hides the pipe cleaner a little bit. So if you want the pipe cleaner to be hidden, then that's one thing you can do. You might have to work with it a little bit, but here's how it turned out. It kind of twirls around the feather, and none of them all look alike, so you can just kind of play with them and see how they turn out, because all the feathers are different. Like this one turns out at the end, and I really like how that looks. So now I need to put a little googly eye on this one. So now I've got two, and that's what they look like. Kind of the beginning of a crazy little monster or something. So I'm going to keep going and make about 3 more of these. So again, you're going to take a little clear twisty tie like this one, and just wrap your feather and your pipe cleaner together. And then where that feather ends, you will take another feather and wrap that around, or wrap your pipe cleaner around the base of the feather. You want to be careful to bend the pipe cleaner and not the feather, because the feather will break really easily. And then there's going to be like a random little pipe cleaner just shooting out of nowhere. So you twirl it around a Play-Doh roller like this, or you could do like a big fat marker or something. And then you kind of stick that feather through the twirl. And then right where the feathers meet, that's where I like to glue on a googly eye, like this one. You could use any color you wanted to, I just kind of like the yellow. And I also sort of glue my bottom feather to the googly eye, and that makes it stay together. Okay, so now take your Elsa doll with her little balloon top, and you're going to turn her around and just start sticking the feathers in. Now I like to stick mine so that they kind of curve out on that side and that side. So whichever one curves that way, I'll just start over here on the left. And be careful not to pop your balloon with the pipe cleaner. So the balloon is just going to help keep the little feather in its place. So it should look something like this from the front, and you can always twist your little feathers until they sit right where you want them to. So to finish up the look, I'm going to put a pipe cleaner trim on her torso or her bodice, and I'm just wrapping a pipe cleaner around the top of her shirt and bringing it around to the back, and this kind of like makes the trim look really nice and also holds the pipe cleaners together. And then I'll just trim the ends. And you can either finish it like that, or you can put a little bit more trim around where her skirt meets. And there is Elsa's beautiful blue peacock costume. Alright guys, if you want to see more fun costumes for Elsa and Barbie, just click on the thumbs up. This is Kaylee for DCTC, and thanks for watching!